And we are just continuing our series of last week's edition. You know, they always say there's a rule of the game. Did you hear of that? There's always rules and regulations in each and every place that you go to. And yesterday, as I was watching the Uganda Cranes versus Senegal, I saw a fan, like by the time things were now hot for us, a fan stepped inside the pitch and he was caught. And they always say when a fan gets into the pitch while people are playing, that country or that team is fined. And I believe we are going to get that fine. Now, that is the rule of football and the rule of games. It's also like for any principality, you know, everything operates by principles and laws. There's always law of gravity, there's always law of friction, there's always laws like those school laws and regulations are always there just to guide you in doing something perfect. And I believe terming this lot, it's the best thing ever, in that we have termed it the laws of elevating yourself, the laws that will pick you from where you are to where you want to be. And a quick review of what we discussed last time for you who was into the show for the previous week. We were talking about something amazing, and we got to discover that indeed most cases we enter into our striving, but we hardly know the laws that we need to first follow. As a starter, we don't know what exactly we should put into consideration when you get to a new place of work, when maybe when you have started up, you know, hustling and living the life that you wanted to live. And we told you a series of things last week. I believe in this week's edition, I will be continuing with rule number 6, where I'll be getting back as I summarize for you the summary of everything. Rule number 6, if you want to elevate yourself from where you are to where you want to be, the 6th rule you need to know is that you need to read between the lines. Reading between the lines. Have you ever, as a new person, for a starter, you've got into a workplace, you've gotten into another position, you finally got elected and you went into, the other political arena. You are a starter, you are new in that system, and you don't know everything about that system, meaning that you need to read between the lines. And the principle of elevating yourself from where you are to where you want to be, it's reading between the lines. What you need to read, what you need to master for you to do perfectly better in life. And reading between the lines, it's one of the rules that you need to consider, meaning that you shouldn't set rules and principles of how you want things to work as a starter, but you have to read between the lines. Some people need a roadmap of how they can pick themselves from where they are right now to where they want to be, but they hardly fail to read between the lines. Now, you want to pick yourself from here to where you want to be, but you don't know the challenges in between there. It's like you want to, pick yourself from this room and you go elevate yourself to the next room without, pressing the right notes for you to lift yourself there. It will be very hard for you. It's like you will be missing steps and you will not reach there the way you thought it would have been. That is exactly when it comes to reading between the lines. And reading between the lines also means that success is something that is not planned out for you. It's not something that is going just to be given to you, or a key that you are just going to be handed over to. No, it's not a key. You have to figure it out on your own. That is the rule and the principle of elevating yourself. Meaning that as you read between the lines, you need to be polishing yourself, correcting your mistakes, and doing everything it takes. And of course, following what your bosses, supervisors, and someone you're fond in the game could be telling you. The people you feel so superior, you move in a workplace, you are new, you're an amateur, but you feel like you're just fresh from university, and you feel like everyone is an amateur. No, that's not how it works. They will limit you indirectly. For people who have ever tested this, And for you to elevate yourself, meaning that you have to follow some of the orders, though it might be discouraging for you, but you are paving a new way, because success comes to the one who takes the initiative, not the ones who just sit and wait. Meaning that as all those sets of laws are there, you need to discover the initiative. What great thing can you do in a new way that can maybe give something positive and unique than what people already knew? That is the only way you could elevate yourself. And let's say the seventh rule is that you need to fix your own mistakes either than blaming. Most people always keep blaming themselves, blaming their bosses, blaming others, blaming their relationship, and they fail to discover their own mistake. Let me give you an illustration. It's like a mirror. When you take a look at a mirror, the mirror always shows you where the problem could be or the mistake could be. But the mirror does not remove it for you. Did you know that? Now, as you are in a workplace, as you have started something, you will make mistakes. But if you have made mistakes, don't say that I was not on a wrong. Don't say that for me, I feel like that was not a mistake, though you're saying it's a mistake for me. Never. If you want to elevate yourself, you must act like a person who is willing to self-correcting yourself, because you'll make mistake at first. You enter a workplace, you'll make mistakes at first, but it's upon you to correct, because those bosses, those supervisors are not going to tell you, because it will be an advantage for them to be more than you. Meaning that if you've discovered a mistake somewhere, it is upon you now to fix it on your own. It's just like a mirror that will just show you what you need to pick away from yourself, but it is not the mirror that is going to pick it away from you. Okay? And you also have to, because people do not have reasons of encouraging you, motivating you to stay in the game. Whether you like it or not, you have to figure it out by yourself. And as we wind up, the rule, that is the eighth rule, is that you don't know everything. Okay, you don't know everything. When you enter a job market, be willing to learn. And that is the only way you'll maneuver yourself from where you are to where you want to be. It's the only way, because people will always, have different personalities. People are there to perfecting their game. And if you're not perfecting in your game, that means you'll be lagging behind. And learn what you can and give the other people the respect they deserve. You go in a workplace, you feel like you have more papers, you're not willing even to learn from the people you've found there. But you don't know everything. When you've started just a new career and you've entered the job market, you don't know everything about that thing. The best thing you must do is that you need to accept to be coachable. And the ninth rule, which I believe is the second last rule, it's balancing your work ethic. The other people who consider that their life should be on a one-on-one ratio, in that the more money you make, the more your life will be. But you need to have moderation. You have to balance between your work or your career or something that you're doing. You balance it with the family time. You balance it with your health, because you might be succeeding in the other way around and losing in this other way. And as you are striving in the other way, you will be lagging behind in these other ways, meaning that you have to divide your time equally and in a ratio that all sides cannot be affected. Because if one side is affected, it's like part of your body. When you're feeling pain from your feet, the entire body will suffer the consequences of that pain. Now, if you are also into the job market, you've started your career, you need to read those things out. You don't have to say that success is just a one-on-one ratio where that I need to work very hard, I need to earn money, I need not even to be at home, no, you don't even care about your health, you don't care about the family time. At the end of it all, you'll lose the other side, but you'll win from this side, which will be all chasing after the win. The 10th rule is that busy work matters. Have you ever gotten into a place and they tell you that this is what you're going to be doing, this and that are what your letter of appointment is showing you, or the areas of your commitment? But at the end of it all, you'll find that you're doing extra, you're doing more. that does not mean it's not worth. You need to do them anyway because you are into it already. This is now balancing your expectations plus also how should I term it? Balancing your expectations plus also why you are into something. That's the only way you could elevate yourself from where you are to where you want to be. It has been a massive series from last week till this week, and we are ending that right now.